You can take pictures on the computer,
Our schedule may begin with your presentation. A few words, you can who is the ambassador, etc.
Yeah.
20 minutes or 50 minutes, 15, 20 minutes with the presentation, and then we can have a talk, interesting and useful for you to know how is the reception, and then they prepared short presentations of 3 minutes of their work about foreign policy in Chile.
Okay.
So they thought that will be very interesting for you about the relations with the Europe, with the US, and concrete problems of the Chilean foreign policy. You agree?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's
Okay.
a great
It's a great idea.
But
I will manage the tools.
in terms of their own studies in this field.
Mhm. This group is foreign policy, and then how's the international environment with the important factors like international organizations, like the United Nations regimes, the international law, and how the state with the tool of the diplomacy lead with this environment to achieve the national goals.
Right.
And then specifically the Chilean foreign policy. Very important for us to know about the experience in India. For example, one really important question is related with the changes in the foreign policy in Chile. We have a traditional presidential, very strong presidential. India with the parliamentary system is other world. To learn about India. That's the way to learn.
Sure.
Should we close the door to keep it open? What do you think?
Maybe we close the door.
All right, thank you.
Hola, pues buenos días. Un gran placer verles de nuevo y esta vez y esta vez tenemos hoy el embajador de la India, el embajador Kapoor, and he's going to be giving a presentation to give a little bit of a background on relations with India and his perspective, and then hopefully we can open up and have a wider discussion. Ambassador Kapoor has been here in Chile since January, so going on 5 months, 5 meses que ya tiene acá. And before being stationed here in Chile, he was in Cambodia for 4 years. And before then, he worked in Spain, in the United Kingdom, in Africa as well, weren't you?
Tanzania.
In Tanzania. He's also done postgraduate work at Oxford, and he has taught in the early 90s on subjects such as third world diplomacy at Georgetown University in the United States. So again, it is a great...
Professor Cassandra, Professor Patricio. I am going to talk a little bit about Indian diplomacy, foreign policy, and international relations. But as Professor Patricio tells me, I'll also be getting some presentation from you about Chilean diplomacy. I've been told that you already have done a lot of work in this field already, and that many of you are from different countries. So I hope it's comfortable for you if I speak in English, and we have some of the presentation in Spanish, not in English.
He said that like in Spanish better?
No, whatever is more comfortable for the group.
I think English is good for you.
Is English all right for
Yeah.
everybody? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Then anyway, we have the presentation in Spanish. If you are interested, then you can have.
Yes, you can have a copy later.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I would like to make this presentation more interactive. Will you start asking questions? Firstly, since you have already had some grounding and some background, what do you think about diplomacy? When did it start? How many years back? When did formal diplomacy begin? Answers. So this is a class on political relations.
I mean, you could say
Political
that it started
science.
as far back as Thucydides' histories.
Beg your pardon?
You could say it started as far back as Thucydides' histories. Depending on your definition of diplomacy, modern diplomacy obviously is more refined, but you could call any kind of diplomacy really, it's been around since the beginning of history as we know it.
That's excellent. That's absolutely correct. And what sort of diplomacy took place in that era, in the beginning? What was the form? What was the content? What was the shape of diplomacy at that time?
Well, it seems like at that point it was very much a realist world, much kind of a balance of power and all against all, and it really was, there really weren't any norms to speak of, at least in comparison with what we have today. So it very much was alliances formed ad hoc to fight other alliances.
What
there
else?
wasn't any kind of
Somebody else? What were the other forms of, this is correct what you're saying? What were the other forms of diplomacy ab initio? Students of political science, I'm sure you would have done a lot of historical evolution of political science, political thought.
History.
Political thought. Quick answers.
It was mainly for commerce and World War.
Yes. Can you think of any other ways of the conduct of diplomacy in the ancient times?
I would say trade mainly, due to the technical would be
Well, that was economic and trade and commercial diplomacy. But you also had